I'm CK. Haven't done a soldering iron in a while, and the other day I saw this portable on Amazon. This one. It is the Fanttik Next T1 Max Quick Heating Build Your Ideas Simple. It's a portable soldering iron. Charges 5 volts, so USB type charging. Good temperature range. We'll put it through its paces, see what we get inside the box, see how it does for actual soldering, and I hope you enjoy the video. The box, and again, I got this from Amazon. I think it cost about $60 to $70 US, I forget what. Oh, and by the way, if you're keen-eyed, you can see over here I've got a brand new Akai Miniac that I picked up used for like 200 bucks, and it's in great shape and sounds great. So you may hear that sometime in another song. So let's open this up. And it's got ideas for fantastic life. Soldering tip model C210, number of soldering tips, there will be 4 of them. Battery capacity 2600 milliamp hours, charge input 5 volts 2 amps, rated voltage 3.65, temperature range 200 to 450 C, 392 842 Fahrenheit. It's shipped from, it's supported by Meta-C LLC out of Texas, but made in China. Let's open it up. And we've got the user manual, which is great. Safety warnings, overview, how to use it. Ooh, 6 levels of temperature adjustment. Let's take all the little boxes out of the big box. Get that gone. I think this is the stand. So we will give that a shot first off. It's part of the stand, that's for sure. There's another piece of foam, but there's nothing in the foam. Tips are inside. Ah, that's kind of cute. So we press this, and there's our soldering tips. Oh, they're nice soldering tips. Oh, this might even be a tip sensing. These are nice soldering tips. This might be tip temperature sensing. That's pretty advanced for less than 100 bucks. So I'm going to put that back in there. And what else have we got here? We've got, oh, looks like a desoldering pump. Nothing else in there. Let's take a look at it. Oh, it's very sturdy feeling. It's got a little, I don't know whether that's, I hope that's high temp silicone, I'm not sure. Gosh, but this is all pretty well machined. There are metal parts here, not just plastic. Let's give it a try. Suction is okay. I wouldn't say it's great. Next thing to do is see if this unscrews easily. Well, I'm not going to unscrew it. Never mind. I will ignore that for right now. Now, what's in here? Looks like we've got a bag. Something else. Oh, sponges. Something else. This is the accessory bag, apparently. Nothing else in there. I just lost my hat because I was looking up at the camera. Whenever I look at the camera, my hat falls off my head. I don't really know why. So here's some, ooh, oh, I see. Okay, so I was worried about this tip being high temperature silicone. It may not be, because look how many spare tips they gave us. That's quite a few. So here is, oh, that's interesting. So this is, I'm going to put these over in one of my parts trays. So this is the holder, and again, it's all metal, not plastic. And if you look here, I think those are magnets. Yep, they are magnets, and they go, because they will mount, oh I see, this swivels. So we get this into the hole pattern, and there's a particular hole pattern, and that rotates around. You may be able to hear it's got a ball or something to keep it in place. So that's nice. They gave us a pair of tweezers. Let's take a look at these. They're serrated. These are nice tweezers. No, the build quality of this is more, it's higher than I expected. So I'm pleasantly surprised at that. USB connector, of course, USB-C. Here we've got a little carry bag for it. In here we've got, oh, I'm a little disappointed in this though. I'll tell you why here in a second. Here we've got sponges. We've got black sponges and yellow sponges. I don't know why we've got two different kinds, but we do. Maybe, I'm not even going to speculate. I'm going to put that one away. But my disappointment comes to the fact that these are already expanded. We don't get to have the excitement of watching a solder sponge expand. No, you can't put two of them in there. It's one or the other. So I'm not going to wet those down. Don't need to. So far, everything is looking very, very nice. Now we'll take the actual handle out, the working part. And there we go. Fanttik, and it's got a clicky temperature selector starting at 390, going in 6 positions up to 840 F. If you want to use centigrade, then you're just going to have to convert. I'm going to plug this into the USB charge I already have here, and I don't know if you can see that. I'm getting a little bit of flashing around the power switch to show that it's on, and you may hear in the background my water heater just came on, but I'm going to soldier on anyway. So that's just pulsing, showing it's charging. I'm going to unpulse it, and it goes back off. Now we'll back this off a little bit. Take a look. It's got a little collet. That looks like a plastic collet. It is. Okay. So we'll take one of our tips out of the little tip drawer, which again, very nice. We'll drop it down in. See how far it goes. It's got a little line, so you can see if it's in correctly. That's nice. I want to double check that they all have little lines. Yeah, they all have little black insertion lines. So that's in, and then when we get it all together, it sits like that. We can rotate it around. That's nice. I'm going to put this at about 660, which is close to where I generally solder. And hold on one second. I'm going to turn off the camera until my water heater goes off. But this is a good time to break because I have to get my meter with a thermocouple in it. So I'll be back in a little bit. Water heater's off, and I got my fluke with the thermocouple attached. Now the thermocouple is this is a copper iron, I believe, and it's not hugely accurate. It's like 20 degrees plus or minus, but it'll be good enough to give us a rough estimate. Now I'm going to turn this on. I think I have to hold it for 3 seconds, and a couple LEDs will come on. There we go. We've got the front LED on. I'm going to unplug it, and we've got, you can it's burning off some material. And around the power button there is a breathing ring. It was red when it was heating, and now it has stopped heating. So it's green, and as you can see, we've also got an LED annulus around it, so we can see what we're soldering. Let's put this on the thermocouple, and I've got it set to 660F. We'll see what this comes in, see if it's even. Gonna pick this up. 500, 550, I'm gonna go all the way to the end. 550, 615, 620, 670. That's not bad. That's pretty much exactly where I want it to be. So it's set to 660 on the dial, and I'm showing 680, so that's well within tolerance. So that is very good. I'm going to turn that back off so I don't use up my battery. And yeah, we've got 2 chisels and 1 bent. Oh, this is a nice, this has got, oops, let me set this in the little holder. This one has looks like a 30-degree bend on it. That's what I always use. So that's very good. Okay, that's all cool. Now let's actually put it to the test and solder something. I just dropped the circuit board I'm going to use on the ground, so I will go pick that up. And this is from a LED arrow kit that I bought 2 of. I built one of them and I put it up on the channel like a couple of years ago. So let's see, we'll go put a resistor in there, and this is not through hole, this is just surface. Okay, it's a little thicker than I'm used to, and it is slightly heavy. It's slightly heavy on the back. In other words, it's pulling my hand clockwise, which is not perfect, but this is a very fine point too. Oh, but it melts solder really well. Oh no, this is just dandy. Okay, that was pretty perfect. And now we're going to take this, where did I put it? This thing, and see if we can do a little solder sucking. First I'm going to check the plastic here, see if it's high temp silicon. It seems to be. It is not melting at all or deforming, so that tip is going to be really useful to you for a long period of time. Now, I like this because many of them, your thumb is so stretched to reach the release button, it's hard to get to. But we'll put that on there, reheat that solder. Of course, it's trying to roll around on me. Oh yeah, cleared it right on out. I don't know if you can see that, but the hole is almost completely clear. And yeah, I can pull it back. That worked really well. So that's good. Now the only other thing we can't really test is when it goes to sleep. It's supposed to auto sleep at about no vibration for 30 seconds. It will automatically enter sleep state. And then after 15 minutes of no vibration, it will turn itself off. So I'm waiting to see what happens with the, I'm seeing if there's anything else that we didn't read. We've got 3 faults. Soldering iron cannot heat. Green light flashes quickly. That means the tip isn't installed correctly. If it shuts down after being turned on, battery's probably low. Automatically shuts down after prolonged heating. You just need to restart. discharge high temp protection. That may be protecting the battery. Automatically switches to charging when heating. Power charging cable mismatch. I don't know what that means. It's got a 12-month warranty. I mean, you can't beat this. This is actually, I'm going to see if this has cooled off. I was going to stick my hand on it, but I don't want to give viewers bad habits. So this is, looks like it slept to about 300 and, oh no, I'm not sure it slept. I don't know how sensitive it is. But in general, let's see, let's turn it off. It should take a good 3-second press. And there it goes off. In general, this is a really good iron. I'm pretty dang pleased with it. And except for the only thing I don't like is that it's pulling my hand back because this end is so heavy. But this is probably the best portable iron I've gotten so far. I like it quite a bit. I like the tips quite a bit, and I think they're active tip sensing, so I think they're sensing the temperature at the tip, not back along the heating barrel. Kind of like the high-end Wellers, which I still haven't bought. I'm such a cheapskate. So that's it. Again, the link will be in the description for the Amazon link. This is a very, very nice little kit, and I hope you enjoyed the video.